Guy Erickson from the Daily News Sun is joining me on the show today. Guy, thanks for joining me.
Good morning. Thanks. I'm happy to be here.
So we're going to talk about newspapers today, newspaper advertising. Can you tell me a little bit about the difference between a metropolitan newspaper and a community newspaper?
Well, and let's just take our community. You've got the Arizona Republic that is your large metropolitan paper. It's statewide, covers all of your world news, everything else that's going on, things of that nature on a much grander scale. Our papers are focused on the local communities of Glendale, Peoria, the Sun City area, and of Surprise. And we focus strictly on, local news. So if you want to know what's going on or upcoming events in your community, if you want to know a little bit more about something you saw take place in your community, there's a little extended coverage. Kind of tells you what's going on in your city government, things like that. Gives you an opportunity to be a little more aware of what's going on in the immediate area around you.
How often are the papers published?
The Glendale Peoria Today paper comes out on Fridays. Surprise Today comes out on Wednesdays, and the Daily News Sun is 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, with Tuesday and Saturday being what they call extended market editions, where they throw to every single home in the distribution area.
Great. So what assistance does the paper offer for advertisers?
A variety of things, from very competitive rates. We're considerably cheaper than a large metropolitan newspaper because you are focused to a local area. You're not getting statewide coverage. That, and we offer an array of things that you have the ability to change your ad frequently if you want to. We can run zip code targeted inserts and things of that nature, sticky notes on the front page, just a variety of tools that you can use to market your business besides your standard ads in the newspaper.
And you work a lot with small businesses and businesses that have recently started. What type of help can you give them?
Well, I work almost exclusively with small businesses and things like that. And when a new business is starting up, one of the things that I do at no charge to them is I can sit down and work with them to develop a marketing program and help them get the best expense and return on their investment on their marketing budget. And a lot of times people are surprised because I will recommend other things besides just newspaper advertising or things like that. But in today's market and the changing world with internet and everything else, you cannot keep your eggs all in one basket. You have to diversify your marketing, and you have to be able to measure what you're doing to make sure you're getting a return on it.
And you have a tremendous amount of credibility in that arena because you have owned your own business as well.
Yeah, I spent, my dad and I had shoe stores in the Sun City area for 20 some odd years, and then I used to be a residential pool builder here in town, so I've sat in everybody's chairs, I've sweated out the payroll on Friday afternoon and worried about insurance costs and everything else.
What a great tool for advertisers to have in you and also the paper.
Well, I understand what they're going through, so it certainly helps when I'm sitting there talking to them.
Are there any specials for the hot summer months?
Well, as a community newspaper, we understand what the retailers and the other, businesses are going through during this time. While you probably only lose 20% of the market to winter visitors, it certainly is obvious that people are not out buying like they do in the cooler months of the year. So you need something to be able to entice them to come out of their homes and spend money with you. And for us to be able to do that, or for us to assist a person in being able to do that, we offer substantially reduced rates. I can put a small business person in the newspaper with a 1/12 size ad, which is like slightly larger than a double business card, 30 days in a row for like $10 a day. It's $300 for the entire month. I can go to larger sizes and spend a little bit more. I can go all the way to a quarter-page ad, which will run 6 days a week in every edition of the Daily News Sun, plus Glendale Peoria, plus Surprise, for $900. So depending on the size of the business, I can kind of tailor something to fit their needs. And if that still ends up being too much, we can go to every other week and be able to reduce the costs. I have the ability in some cases to run a small business card side ad for $25. So I can get you a lot of coverage for a small amount of money and help out the business.
Lots of variety.
Lots of
and
variety.
Options for every budget.
We certainly try. That's, our goal, to be able to help that small business. If the small business survives, we survive. It works hand in hand.
Excellent. Guy, thanks for joining me on the show today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.